everyone, it's Mana. Today, I've got a super interesting topic for you, especially if you are curious about Japanese men. If you've been following my videos, you know I've worked as a chef in various restaurants and have gotten to know quite a few Japanese guys, being it colleagues, bosses, or just friends or boyfriends. From these experiences, I've noticed some unique characteristics and tendencies that seem to pop up quite a bit. So today, I'm excited to share with you the top 4 traits I've observed in Japanese men. Now keep in mind, this is all from my personal perspective. So, some guys watch and think, hey, that's not me. But from what I've seen, these traits are pretty spot on. Ready to dive into these interesting cogs? Let's go! The first unique trait I've noticed about Japanese men is that they are often shy but carrying a strong sense of pride. At first glance, they might seem reserved, but don't let that fool you. They hold their identity and beliefs deeply. This mix of shyness and pride can sometimes lead to misunderstandings about their character. They are not necessarily aggressive, but they have firm, quiet convictions. A word of caution: if you're joking around or teasing, what might seem like harmless fun to you could be taken seriously by them, especially in the early stages of getting to know each other. It's important not to mistake their quietness for modesty. They have a strong sense of self. They just shown it in subtle ways. The second observation I have about Japanese men is that while they are generally kind-hearted, they can sometimes seem a bit insensitive in their actions. For example, when I was a head chef, I observed that many men would shy away from physical demanding tasks. They often say things like, "Oh, it looks heavy. I don't lift that because I have a backache," even if they were younger or physically larger than me. It was surprising to see them avoid tough situations with some excuses, especially when there were no apparent physical ailments. What surprised me even more was when they overlooked opportunities to help a woman handling heavier items. This made me think that many Japanese men can sometimes be a bit insensitive to what's happening around them. Ever since I realized it, I haven't expected men to help me with heavy items. On the flip side, many Japanese men express kindness in unexpected and subtle ways. Just last week at the bus stop, a woman behind me dropped her key. A man ahead of me, who noticed what I missed, quickly picked it up and handed it back to her and saying, "You dropped this key." It's a simple gesture, but it really showcased his attentiveness and kindness. From these stories, what I'm trying to convey is that the gender differences in Japan are gradually fading. In Japan, the older generation has a traditional view of masculinity with a strong sense of what they believe a man should embody. They tend not to show weakness to women easily. But the landscape is changing with the younger generation. Today, many Japanese men are calm and composed, and there's a growing emphasis on equality. But this makes me wonder, what exactly does equality mean? What does it look like in your experience? In Western culture, the concept of ladies first is pretty common, where women are often given priority in various social settings. It's seen as a sign of respect and courtesy. But this practice isn't as prevalent in Japan, where traditionally women tend to follow men. But it's not just about following. Many women seek to follow strong and dependable men. I hope it doesn't come off like I'm complaining about Japanese men. These traits certainly don't apply to everyone, but sometimes I do find myself wishing to see more of what might be considered powerful men. It makes me wonder, is this a sign that times are changing? What do you think? The third interesting trait I've noticed about Japanese men centers around their relationship tendencies. They often prefer dating younger women who embody traditional beauty ideals like elegance and prettiness, but when it comes to settling down and choosing a wife, their priorities often shift. They tend to look for a partner who is strong and smart, someone who offers more than just looks, bringing qualities like sincerity and intelligence to the table. This contrast in preferences might seem unique, but you will find similar trends in other countries too. What makes it particularly notable in Japan is the cultural belief that the family runs smoothly when the wife takes a strong role in managing home affairs. Historically, Japanese women supported their husband discreetly and were seen as the backbone of the family, creating a stable home environment that allowed men to succeed professionally. But these days, that old saying feels a bit outdated as the societal attitudes shift. Men and women now often share household responsibilities and both take on professional burdens. This evolution in roles requires flexibilities in handling family matters, which might explain why Japanese men now tend to value intelligence and wisdom in their partners. The fourth characteristic of Japanese men involves their reserved approach to expressing emotions. They often avoid showing their true feelings, particularly when those feelings are sadness or distress. Many Japanese men believe that openly expressing emotions can appear unseemly or uncool, so they strive to maintain composure in all situations. This ability to keep a cool exterior in various circumstances is seen as a reflection of the samurai or the principles of Bushido. It's pretty cool, isn't it? This stoic nature isn't just about keeping emotions hidden. It's also about embodying strength and dignity in every aspect of life. Did you catch those unique traits of Japanese men from my perspective? Explain these traits can be tricky because each generation displays quite different tendencies. I'm always supporting Japanese men. I hope you were able to grasp some of these nuances and tuck the information away for future reference. Thank you so much for watching my video. Until then, I would be happy if you hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye!